Welcome to Apex Esports League. Tonight we are live on Project Cars 2 for the Pagnian Imports GT3 Challenge. Tonight is round 4. We're at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. The session tonight, we've got the two divisions running. So for Laguna Seca, we'll be having 15 minutes of qualifying. Weather will be clear, and the main race is 19 laps. Weather will be clear through to light cloud, and there is a mandatory pit. And we'll have a break and then head over into Division 1's session at 8:45 PM. And then they'll race under those same conditions with 15 minutes of qualifying and 19 laps around Laguna Seca. We'll check out the standings as of end of last week in round 3. So we have Balaki just narrowly leading the championship ahead of Dan Boone. And then for Division 1, we have Coco Dog, who has a very strong lead, sitting on 448 points. Last week for round 3, we were at Le Mans Bugatti Circuit, where we saw Balaki take a clean sweep for Division 2 with the pole position, the victory, and the fastest lap of the race. And then for Division 1, we saw Coco Dog's clean sweep streak being broken after Sami took pole position. And then we saw Coco Dog qualify second, go on to take the win, and then secured the fastest lap bonus points. And over to the track in the USA for Laguna Seca. Track length is 3.6 kilometers. There are 11 turns. And then game session time for qualifying is starting at 10 AM as conditions are clear. So it's going to be a little bit warmer over on the track, so we should see some very tight lap times being done. If you're joining us for the stream, don't forget to hit that follow button as well. We're very closely edging towards that 250 follower mark. And also jump in that chat. Say hello, let us know you're here. And throw up some guesses who you think's going to take the pole position. Who's going to be taking the win as well. We've got 11 drivers loading up at the moment. And that pit exit lane going to be quite a wild one. You catch a lot of drivers off, even D-Train there just dropping a tyre off. I'll make a mess of those tyres a little. When you join us, don't forget to use those sound effects controls down underneath the stream, where you can cheer, applaud, boo, and a whole bunch of fun sound effects. Fantastic that we're able to be back live tonight. We have some internet issues not being able to go live on Monday night for iRacing. I believe we got that all resolved, so back streaming live. Much better to be able to talk to an audience rather than just myself on a recording. So, hey Sami, thanks for jumping on the stream. Bring up Vortex. There's been a car change for Vortex. He was running the Cadillac, so he's scrapped the Cadillac with a car change. If they do end up using a different car in the race, they do forfeit the points earned in it, but it is going to be an ongoing change. So he'll be using it tonight and next week for the final. That means he will forfeit all points earned so far in the championship that he's been doing in the Cadillac. He's had a fair bit of bad luck with those last two rounds, suffering a disconnect on the very last lap. He's been pitting on that second last lap and then suffering that disconnect. Boy, having a few issues there. Make our way through the list. So we have Balaki, our championship leader. Ray who made his debut with us for GT3 Challenge. skyline. And DG and Cadillac. Seems also running the Cadillac the first time's coming through. Vortex setting a 124. Wait, a little bit of an issue finding his way down through the corkscrew. Our other debut for the series is Ricasa. Running the Ferrari. And Boone in the Audi R8. He's only 16 points away from the championship lead. He'll have a solid run tonight. Get ahead of Polaki. He could get a very close position for the final round, but the big points are going to be up for grabs next week. It will be double the points, and even the fastest lap of the race is doubled, so there's an extra 10 points up for grabs. I mean, yeah, Vortex was in the Cadillac. Him missing around the last 2 rounds. Decided to forfeit all his points earned in the championship so far. So we'll see him. I think it's about 168 points that he's going to be throwing away for the car change. That's a bold move. Yeah, sorry, it's 198 points that he'll be throwing. So he's currently sitting 9th position for the championship. There's 2 race disconnects, seeing him lose race points. So he's only scored qualifying points in the last 2 rounds. Steph also in the Cadillac. Like he's taken pole, just had a late joiner. Marky Mark's joined. There's a missing Mark. A little bit of traffic congestion at the end of pit lane. I'm sure someone may have gone for a slip down to that last exit approach. Oh, Malaki's copped himself a grid lane penalty. Sorry, grid place penalty. For speeding in pit lane. He's currently holding pole position. He's set at 123.059. Hey Phil. I'm good, how are you? Very the support of the bro. This rate, if Vortex keeps his current time and doesn't get bumped down, he's automatically taken pole position for Balaki's grid place penalty. It's even a few points that he's going to be missing out from the difference of qualifying. Could open up opportunity for Dan Boone to try and close in on those 16 points now. No matter the outcome of tonight's race for the drivers, it's definitely going to be the decider next week. They're going to be very tight for that championship win. That's good, Philly. Our move is good. Glad to be all in done dusted with the old place. It's got the joys of unpacking everything now. At least the main priority stuff has been done. The racing rig's out, and the TV and computer. So got to that before I got to my kitchen. So definite priorities. Dan Boon's just run off track, so he's invalidated his lap. And looks like it's been done on the last corner, so it's actually invalidated the next lap. There's only 6.5 minutes remaining. Marky Mark's trying the session, but he hasn't driven out of the pits yet. Ray's currently qualifying in third. E-Train's showing a fair bit of damage. That was with the little tussle he was having with Cool Boy coming out of pit lane. That could also just be a little bit of lag damage. I'm seeing it on both my screens. Might possibly have taken some. They've gone off for a spill and it's just residual visual, but I'm pretty sure they could have straightened up that bonnet a bit more. Cool Boy's car's looking in pretty bad shape as well. Hey gal, I'm good. Thanks for jumping on the stream. Hope you're well. About 5.5 minutes remaining. Jump on board Dan Boon to go for a lap around Laguna Seca. This is his first time lap after 2 invalidations. First corner is that bend and then turn 2 down to double apex hairpin. Step off to the side there. Throttle control for that right hander. Stay out wide as much as possible to try and get as much foot down through that corner and stay very right and down onto those anchors. Very easy to run off. I'm going to try and find that exit curb, but you can actually start to go rather wide with a bit of understeer. And you can essentially throw the car around those corners. And then very difficult on approach into the corkscrew. You've got to get that car back over right and then sharp left. Can't see a thing. And he's possibly just exceeded his track limits through there. I think he's not impressed with that. Is he going to finish his lap at least? I think it's giving him a slowdown. But hasn't invalidated his lap. It's not a good one. The next lap will still count. Where he got stuck on before. Be careful not to cut that last corner. And he was up on his lap even with slowing down for the cutting of the corner. He could have definitely been on for a very good lap. He still holds the quickest time. That pole position has been stripped with that grid penalty. Getting to hit that pit limiter after exiting from the pit bay. Qualifying fourth, he's done a 125.9. He's 2.8 seconds away from Balarki's time. Vortex just under 4 tenths away from that time. So there's a fair bit of spacing going on between 11 cars. There's 6.4 seconds. And there's Marky out on track now. There's a minute 50 left. wide. Catherine, the Ferraris qualified in 8th, doing a 1:26.967. Get on track with Ray. It's going to cost him a bit of pace. Mark gets a time on the board. So his first time lap, 1:38. But he's only got this lap to be able to get a full hot lap in. There's no room for error for him now. He's been having a great run in the Honda Acura. Drivers making practice pit entries. It will be crucial to know where those pit entrances are, where the speed indicators are. Seeing some positions lost all within pit lane. Yeah, qualifying is complete now, so we are on the last laps. He's probably going to go find somewhere for a smoke show. Oh, and that's just cost Vortex. Slightly wide. I don't think it's invalid. It's in a slip. And Mark gets through with a 1:25.021. So that's qualified him in 4th. So he really only got out there for 2 timed laps out of the whole 15-minute session. So fantastic run. Ricasa finishing up his last lap. Alright. Looking to practice his grid start. He's just finished up his qualifying. Alright, probably parking up the car. And getting in a little bit of practice as well. Well, Ricasa's final lap qualifies him in 3rd position. A final lap of 1:24.445. Dan Boone improves that position, moves from 10th up into 4th position on the final lap. And we have qualifying done. Division 2 in round 4 with Balaki missing out on that pole position with the 1 grid place penalty, so he'll be moving down into position 2, and that'll see Vortex taking the pole, and then starting in P3 is Ricasa, and then the rest of the grid we have is Dan Prey, Marky Mark, Steph, Coolboy, D-Train, Simo Simsel, DG, Ray in 12. So over to the grid now. I feel you're going to do a long line locker at the end of quali. I'll have to jump over and see that. We're going to get zoomed in views by the looks of things for grid start. keep zooming out. That's a little bit disorienting there if the camera is zooming in and out like that. Driver's got a couple of minutes just to get those setups right. There we go, there we'll get ready. So about to see the lights go green for round 4. Sound of the lights are hanging over a little. Vortex edging forward, pushing the limits for a jump start. The streams ahead, takes that track position. Spray may have been under lock there a little, started to drift outwards. I think there's been incident down towards the back. The E-train's dropped all the way back, not sure if there's been contact. Vortex runs off wide, as does someone else. Not sure who else was the other car that ran wide. I think it's Ricasa. I'm not even sure where he is at the moment. We've lost him on camera. Cool Boy's gone off in the corkscrew. Embedded in that tyre wall. Smo goes for an outside pass. Get around Ray, but then he ran out of track. Cars playing full drive at the moment everywhere. Vortex trying to climb up back towards the top end. What a run he gets over Dan Boone's Audi down that straight. Mercedes showing a lot of power. Marky Mark's moved up into second position. Vortex about to stay up towards that front end. Missed out on big points the last 2 rounds, and then he's decided to forfeit all points in the championship. Run the Mercedes for tonight and next week's final. Some understeer there for Ray. He's going to go for another outside move. Potentially going to be a little bit of deja vu. And I think that is Ricasa off to the side. He did drop back. Staying away from the other drivers. He's taken some damage. He had a fantastic qualifying. Start up the front end. Vortex moves up into second position. We need to move down that straight again. Lap 3, Larky is leading the way. Got 2.6 seconds over Vortex in P2. Thanks for coming on stream. Yeah, the Vazmac drivers. There we go, Ricardo's in it. Don't see chat. Ricardo's jumped into the chat. He's currently in the pits, so his wheel disconnected. That's why he dropped back and took damage. Terrible timing for some tech issues. Vortex having some issues again. Let's drop back. And it'll be interesting to see if Vortex might hit it a little bit earlier tonight. His bad luck from disconnects happened on that last lap after pitting in. We've seen him actually lag skip for the entirety of the lap afterwards and ends before the race finishes. May try and break his bad luck. Cast is back out on track. He's got those tech issues resolved. Unfortunately, a lengthy pit stop ended up being the result of it. Starting to close in on Cool Boy. Feeling some pressure from the Simo very quickly. He's having a huge pace. Tidy line through the corkscrew. Cool Boy got the jump on him. Just up ahead is Steph. Couple of seconds away from DG. Last lap was nearly 4 tenths slower than DG. There's some traffic up ahead. Can't say it's far right. Yeah, much tidier lap there for Steph. She's done a 126.6. Up ahead is DG, who's just done a 128.5. It's going to have her right on the tail of DG, so he will be under pressure from Steph. So he never quits. That's the way. Three drivers using every bit of track, is marginally dropping the tyre off on that outside curve. And closing in quickly. Well, that's costing the game. Go for that outside move, second last corner. Bray goes for an inside line on the final turn. By side down, pit straight. Spray's going to have to try and edge up a little bit more, otherwise he's not going to have that track position. He just gets there. Bray moves up into third position. Target's now set on Marky Mark. Lap 6, Blarkey has a 8-second lead on the race. And it looks like DG may have run off track. I don't think he's into the pits. He's dropped right back. Steph currently sitting in 5th position. A couple of seconds between myself and Cool Boy behind. 9 seconds ahead is Dan. Looks like she's closing that in. Already down to 8, a little bit off the corkscrew. While these three so close together battling it out, it's going to be a big opportunity for Steph to try and hone down in on these three. Their pace is going to be slightly off. Race McLaren. Marking the 100 gear up ahead. Goes for a move. Let's put him off on an awkward line. The aero wash just saw him understeer right out. Got some catching up now to do. Get back and battle it out with Mark and Spray. Like he commences lap 8. Still pushing that lead out to 11.7 seconds. So a few laps down after that technical issue. And he's still powered on. Anything can still happen there. Vortex is fitting in very early compared to usual. He doesn't suffer the disconnect. It seems to be a time issue that we've seen him disconnect. D-Train trying to recover that ground he lost at the start. And 15 seconds away from DG. DG's had an off the first hairpin. I think he's managed to avoid contact with the wall. Oh, he's having some big issues with slip on that car. Mark's coming to the pits, so we're approaching that halfway point now. I see a few more decide to go in, especially if they are battling it out. It might be a good idea just to bring that car in. Get back out on that track, give yourself some more space to put down some more tight lap times. Ferrari's in 8th. He's got the Vortex closing in. Oh, big lock and spin. Just avoids that wall contact. Vortex now in 8th position. Mark in 7th. Vortex and Mark first from up the front row to have pitted. They're going to recover a fair bit by the time they see the others ahead, headed to the pits. Starting to catch up to Steph. Holding 5th position. Steph have to start defending that 4th spot. That's right. Blakey is absolutely smoking it tonight. Lap 10 in 15-second lead now. Got his eyes set on that championship win. Can he make it 2 consecutive wins? exit. Vortex has actually exited the session, so it's not a disconnect. Not sure what's going on for Vortex. Cars racing in the pits. So Stefan Coolboy had gone in. Ray now going into the pits as well. Oh, he's overshot. Almost like a lag skip. That's a little bit weird. Trying to find that reverse gear. Up ahead is DJ. It's quite a lengthy stop. He may have some damage to contend with. Ray making the pit journey now as well. On lap 12. Larky, our championship leader, is up front on the race, is led for the entirety of the race. 7 laps to go. Boy and Steph. Yeah, battling it out. 4th position. Boy gets up along the inside in the hairpin. We'll switch back nearly. There's a car in the road though. She could tuck it back in. And then some traffic coming out of the pit exit. Boy moves up into 4th. Cars ahead, having pit set for Malarkey. Ray in 2nd, Mark in 3rd. Steph's had an issue. Just dropped a couple of positions. Demo and Dan now moving up a spot. She's been having a great run. With some slightly cool tyres having been that out lap. Possibly throwing her off. There was a bit of an understeer that happened, but Coolboy got the pass on her in the hairpin. DJ off to the side there. He's got some new damage to the car. Strange spin. That car just almost locked up on the spot and then just turned around. Big issues for his car for him tonight. Starting to space out a fair bit. Sure, all our drivers have been in and pit except for our leader. Like he's got a first race time penalty. He's copped 2 seconds. He has a huge lead on the race. He's got 34-second lead. But He's the only driver that has to head into the pits. And the others were starting to pit in. He had approximately 15-second lead. He'll probably drop back to about that same gap by the time he's gone in and pit. Lap 15 of 19. 4 to go. Mikey will need to pit in these next few laps. We'll have a look at current standings at lap 15. DJ still having some problems with his car. He's got some tech dramas going on, or if it's setup related. He's currently in 11th position. Casa in 10th. Ray in 9th position. He's only just ahead of Ricasa, but Ricasa is another lap down. D-Train in P8. F in 7th, which has copped a fine penalty as well. There goes Clark into the pits now. Tim Sims sitting in 6th. Dan Boone running P5. Wilmot in 4th. Mikey Mark in 3rd. Let's go. Lap driver Ricasa starting to really close in on him. That's the case on he's just run wide. In P2 we have his spray and pray. Balaki, our race leader, having been in and pit, he's holding a 16.7 second lead over Spray. Balaki has a 16-point lead on the championship over Dan Boone. And currently in 5th position. And keep a fair position gap between the two. It's going to bode well for Balaki. He edged that gap a little bit more. Just in case he doesn't have a strong result for the final round next week. To try and be within a very close shot of the championship when he's going to try and close that gap in a little bit more. Got a few more laps left in the race. He's only got about 6 seconds till he catches Schoolboy. Schoolboy's coming up into some lap traffic here. Ferreira and Ricasa. Ricasa's had a bit of oversteer. Didn't get held up too much. 5 seconds ahead is Marky Mark. He's just retired out. That's DG. Can't see his name up on the side note. DG's retired. Cadillac just wasn't performing for him tonight. He was behaving rather differently. Look at those time penalties. There's a 1 second time penalty that's gone to Steph. She's got a big gap between herself and D-Train, so 1 second's not going to be affecting her there. 2 seconds for Balaki. Won't be an issue with a 17-second lead. Dan Boone's going to be in some good positions here, having moved up around Coolboy. So he's closing that gap to Balaki. Boys going to try and take it back though in the hairpin. Probably a little bit late to try and go for a podium chance. Marky Mark's 10 seconds ahead of these two. Kansas going to be needing to try and hold that 4th position. They're on approach to the final lap. White flag now for Balaki. He's really getting that tail out in that hairpin. He did that in the previous lap as well. Not sure if there's some tyre scrubbing or he's just trying to push every bit out of that car. I think he is playing around a little bit at the moment. They're having a lot of fun. He's got a heap of time up his sleeve. He doesn't want to go risking an incident. That 17 seconds could easily disappear. Starting to drop back from Dan. Dan's quickly closing in on the lap track. He doesn't want to get held up. We'll leave an open opportunity for Coolboy. He dives the corner. They're side by side. Oh, and Dan's just bumped into Ray. The door open for that inside line. We saw Coolboy get a pass on that same corner, taking that tight line. He did pass Steph earlier on in the race, and there goes Balaki, crosses the line. Will that be a clean sweep again? After checking out the fast lap of the race and the results, he takes the victory. Spray and Pray on the podium in position 2. Marky Mark coming up for a podium in P3. Coolboy crosses the line in 4th. Dan in 5th. Not far behind is Simo. Takes 6th. Doesn't get a chance to do a massive flip across the line as usual. There we are. Race completed for round 4 of Division 2 for the Pagnian Imports GT3 Challenge. Balaki taking the win. I think he has managed to secure the fastest lap of the race, so that'll be 2 consecutive clean sweeps if that is the case, and yes it is. It's a 1:24.246 being done in the race, so that is a clean sweep for Balaki, so well done there. And also on the podium is Spray and Pray in P2 and in P3, and the rest of the standings is Coolboy, Dan Boone, Simo Simzel, Steph, D-Train, Ray, Ricasa, and then DJ end up exiting the session. And we also lost Vortex, so a couple of drivers missing at the end there. So we bring in Balaki, Spray, and Marky Mark. We'll see them jump in a second. swing shop through, we'll have them jump in. It's going to be a good run for Blakey coming into the final round. And congratulations, Blakey. I got another clean sweep, 2 in a row.
Not really a clean sweep. I kind of pressed the pit lane
that's
button
right.
a bit
Yes,
too early.
you did miss it. So you've got the grid place penalty, so you did miss out on the clean sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunate. It's still a good run though, so finishing well ahead of your closest competitor for the championship as well, with Dan down 5th, so
Yeah,
you
that's
can
Dan.
further that gap. So, but still
Nice job,
within
Spray.
reach.
Thanks, mate.
Yes, congratulations, good drive.
Thank you. Sorry, I know I do a shout out every week. I know my parents are watching. Thanks, Mum and Dad. I'd also like to shout out Gal for the good setup, but most importantly, I shout him out every week. Kato, I don't know if he's watching. He just had his legs amputated, so hope you have a speedy recovery and a great rehab, mate.
Yeah, that's very sad. Hopefully everything goes well and recovers from that.
Hopefully, he'll be right.
And
Hey,
we have
JT,
Mark in here.
Did you get me spin on the final lap?
No, didn't see that.
I spun on the final lap.
Didn't catch that.
Good.
Did see you doing a fair bit of weaving.
Yeah.
Was just hoping we weren't going to do a spin and put it into a wall and lose that win after pretty much doing it for the whole race.
Well,
I would have enjoyed 2 spins on the last lap, I think.
Would have been
I
good
forgot where the
opportunity.
finish line was. I was going to do a burnout, but...
Nah, he did well. Without all that that hard battling that he didn't get to do, I got all that fun with Marky Mark and, and Dan Boone.
Yeah, you three were doing a good run.
Oh, it was so mega. It was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, it was very tight.
Shout out to Vortex, he didn't disconnect.
Yeah, and still ended up exiting, so out unfortunately. Marky Mark's in the chat instead. He said, "Well done, great race." Congrats,
that's
Marky Mark.
His mic isn't too good.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, well, we've got him in the chat, so congratulations, Mark. Yeah, well done, guys, and it's going to be pretty tight coming into the final round next week at Circuit of the Americas, and with the big points up for grabs, the championship's not secured yet, so it definitely within range to be that lead taken away, Blakey. So
yeah,
extra practice this week, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess.
Try and get 2 consecutive championships.
I'll try. Never know.
That's it. Yeah, good luck, guys, and good race.
Shout out to Gary for the setup.
Yeah, cheers, Gary, for the setup for Blakey. Yeah.
What's he saying? Thanks, Colin?
No, he hasn't. He said to Spray, all good, glad the setup helped.
Yeah, it did.
Tough you, Gary.
Gearing up. Yep, well done, guys.
Good luck to Div 1 and good luck to you, JT.
Cheers.
Alright, see ya. Thank you.
Then we have podium finishes with Blakey taking the win and Spray taking 2nd place. And Marky Mark not being able to jump in with the mic, but he takes 3rd position. And then we will be heading over into a break and then be back at 8:45. So we'll be back very shortly and be running the same again for Division 1. So at Laguna Seca with 15 minutes of qualifying and the 19 lap race. So do hang around and stay tuned, and we'll be back then ready for more GT3 racing at Laguna Seca. and welcome back to round 4 of the Pagnian Imports GT3 Challenge. We are heading over into Division 1 session. We did just see Division 2 run when we saw Balaki take the win for round 4. And then we are at Laguna Seca, and the USA track length is 3.6 kilometers with 11 turns. And saw some fantastic racing out of the GT3s around there for Division 2, and then hopefully we'll see some more spectacular racing again for Division 1. So you got a slightly smaller field, so we're missing a couple of drivers tonight, so hopefully we end up seeing a nice fuller grid next week. But I'm sure it will be very tight still amongst the more smaller field tonight. There we are. Over in pit lane. For those that have... Oh no, Head Farmer's straight up with a pit lane penalty. He's forgot that pit limiter. He's copped himself one grid place. So jumping on the straight, and it's definitely going to be a good battle. Tender Farmer and Mick put on a good battle. Sounds like it's going to be a very tight race tonight. Chatter in the lobby, some nice lap times being done. 10 drivers in the session. Ooh, Pretender going for a spin. Those cool tyres catching him off guard, but he doesn't take any damage. You can keep that car rolling, not waste any of that critical time in qualifying. You don't want to go wasting it. Time that car's brought back into the pits. Another out lap, and then first time lap, those tyres aren't up to temp. Everything goes back to cold again. And he was joining us for the stream, watching Division 2. We had Philly in the chat. He did say that we got a crossover to him as the countdown runs out on the qualifying. He's going to try and do a whole lap burnout at the end. Mentioning it was actually harder doing some practice for a burnout in the car than it was actually doing practice for the race. We did spend most of the session beforehand practicing for this burnout, so look forward to seeing what we can do, because we did miss out seeing a burnout being done in Division 2. We have a few drivers doing some smoke shows. We'll go through our current drivers in the sessions. We've got Pretzelnator. He's running the Skyline. BK Rush in the McLaren. First time laps coming through now as well. Cliff in the Bentley. Some fellow Bentley driver Sami not able to race tonight, but he's watching the stream. He was in the chat earlier. Hi Joe in the Porsche. Alan in the Cadillac. Farmer's running the Ferrari. The Ferrari's been performing incredibly well. I look forward to seeing how he goes in it around Laguna Seca tonight. Doggy Daddy in the Mercedes. Backer Dog, our championship leader. DK takes out traffic cones. back round. Philly running the Nissan Skyline. And there's traffic cones there from DK coming down. There we have Tajo already. And there's some movement coming through. Coco takes pole position with a 122. First opening lap that got pole was Philly with a 124. Getting a whole bunch coming through now. Philly's just improved his time with a 123. Pretenders also in the 123s. This is the head farmer, and he's going to have to make sure he tries to stay up that top end. He's got that grid place penalty. Hey Sami, thanks for supporting the guys. Drivers got a time on the board. There's 11 seconds currently separating. Most of those are first time laps. The Gallon goes from 10th strapping to 3rd. It's under 7 tenths away from Coco's time. Kaijo under 2 tenths. That's 3 drivers in the 122s. A strong run tonight for Coco. Definitely see a guaranteed win for the championship coming into the final next week. He's going to be working hard to cement that in tonight. That Mercedes has been on fire for him before the series. And even if doesn't go to plan tonight, doesn't have as strong as an outcome as he's been running for the series, at least the next round have a big opportunity to be able to take that win. So between 10 cars now, 8.9 seconds. Coming out of the pits. Pretzel closing in behind, and I think that's Gallon as well. We'll jump on board for a lap around one of the drivers in a moment. You have to remember that when you cross over to see Philly's huge burnout attempt. Guys coming on for a fresh lap. We're going to jump on board Cadillac Gallon. Seeing chase down Pretzel for this lap. Well, improves our time on. He's going to park the car. We get the commentator's curse. We're going to jump on with Pretzel. So finally get down into the hairpin. We don't jinx him here. Time is 124.521. up on his time. Got about 9 tenths to make up to gain a position. Very different engine sound coming down to the skyline compared to the other cars. Very tidy line coming down that corkscrew. They're incredibly difficult to get that perfect line. You can't see down. You have to get your markers and just aim for it. It's going to be a nice lap for Pretzel. Only half a second up on his best. Makes no move in position. And when there's only 3.9 seconds separating 10 cars, it is very tight. We're seeing some very quick times. 122, 150, pole position, all the way to a 126, nearly flat. Taijo holding well in second. 1.140 away from Coco. Taijo's racing from the controller as well. He gets some phenomenal speed. Has some great battling all from the controller. You can see the slight joltiness in his turns, showing the difference between the controller and the steering wheel setup. And that usually makes it very difficult to try and keep the car stable in this game. Doesn't make any difference there. Is showing some damage to the car. There's 3 minutes remaining. Paper Dog still holds pole. First took pole position with a 122.216. And he improved on that down to a 22.150. If you are just joining us for the stream, don't forget to hit that follow button. Let's show support to the league and all our drivers. And help us try and climb to our next goal of 250 followers on Twitch. Exciting to be able to see that number arrive. So jump in the chat, use those sound effects that are down underneath the stream, have some fun playing those over the stream, they will be saved. There's also our social media links listed below, so our Facebook page where you can stay up to date with all race results and standings and incident reports after the races. Great to be able to keep an eye on this. We're actually going to be having some exciting offers coming up for all our members and our viewers. So do head over there and give the page a like. I'll be announcing that in the coming days. If you want to catch any of our past broadcasts, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Apex Esports League. We've got nearly 2 years worth of championships all saved over there, so you can go back and just see how our regular drivers have progressed through their time of sim racing. And Coco Dog gets in a improved time down to a 1:21.496. There's 10 seconds left of qualifying. Anyone just crossing the line is going to be able to fit one more lap in. Gallon just gets across the line. He's parking her up anyway. Head Farmer needs to try and make some movement on the standings. He's got that grid place penalty to deal with. Philly's commencing his whole lap burnout. He's got 70 seconds to try and smoke this car for the whole lap, and it looks like Gallon sing by. He's already lost it off track. Not going to be an easy thing to try and keep this going for a whole lap. Keep the straights, that car just wants to spin. Also, it's underpowered. The rear in that car is very loose. Take on this flip, and he's done. I'm pretty sure Philly doesn't use a reset button on his wheel, so he hasn't got that one signed. So if he gets on his roof, he's essentially stuck. Gallon also digging some holes off the side of the track. You can hear noise everywhere, even while watching other cars. And there's the other drivers all done and dusted. Philly's got bits of pieces coming off the car. There we go. Didn't get to do his full lap around, but still a lot of fun there. Thanks very much, Philly. And then we have qualifying results for round 4 in Division 1. We have a Coco Dog taking pole. Then the rest of the grid we have is Taijo, Gallon, and then Head Farmer's got the grid place penalty. He moves down to 5th, so we see Pretender move up into 4th. Then we have a DK Rush, Philly McNally, Pretzelnator, Nick Cliff, and Doggy Daddy. So we'll head over to the grid now. Will we be able to see Coco Dog recommence his clean sweep run? He had it broken last week with Sami taking pole position. And his effort is a very quick lap down in those 121s. 121.496. That's a pretty tight lap. Oh, there we go. We might actually get to see a different start here. Didn't have this luck trying to get a good camera angle for Division 2's race. See the full grid. Didn't get to see what happened at the start of Division 2. We saw D-Train drop towards the back. We're able to see our drivers get off here. Look out for this Porsche of Taijo's. And a nice getaway from the two. Taijo goes slightly wide, so he's dropped some pace, so he's going to go for a move on the outside. Who is that? That's Gallant. Overshot. He dived in across the track that could have potentially caused a big incident. Not sure what's going on for his car. Pretty tight between Tender and Gallant. Tight down through the rest of the pack. DK and Philly were side by side. DK's moved up. Philly's quickly closing back in. Taijo looking to get around. Kokobi's ran wide. We do occasionally see Taijo go off on some strange lines and off tracks due to some lag spikes. So it could be what we're seeing as well. Didn't appear to lose any pace by the off track. Tender and Mickliffe heading into the pits. Not sure if they've taken any damage or just opting for an early pit. We did see Mickliffe do that last week. He went in for an early pit. Dog unable to shake Taijo off. Teeting around the 3 to 4 temps. Dog's managed to pull away for most of the rounds. We saw Sami sitting hot tight on the tail of Coco for the first few laps. And then he ended up having an off and into the wall. Taijo's dropped some big pace here. Two are pulling away from position 3. Looks like a little bit of slick from Philly. Brings the car back in on track, but it's put him offline for the second last turn. Skyline pulls away super quick down the straight. And then it catches up by the end of it. Okay, furthering that lead now. You can push it out about 1.5 onwards there. There's going to be an advantage for a slipstream. He won't be offering any extra speed towards Taijo. Slightly runs wide. It's costing him a little bit more pace. That gap's moved out to 1.5 seconds now. Closing in Pretzel Scott, a little bit drop off. to have been teetering with this gap. Joe's made up another half a second. Last lap was a few tenths different. Coco had more pace. This current lap they're on, Toto really seems to have picked up. Look at that. Porsche launched the front out in the air. I think that was almost both front wheels that went up and off the track down through the corkscrew. Chat, also another controller and a weapon on it as well. Saying from experience, once you lose the time on the control, it's extremely hard to gain back. Oh, good luck, Tyjo. He's doing incredibly well. Keeping up with Coco still. He's made up that whole second as well. That lap, Tyjo made up huge pace. That lap was a 1:22.743 compared to Coco's time, which was a 1:23.633. So 1:22 early on in the race, and done on the controller, that's some huge pace. And Mickliffe, better of Pretzley's, moved up into 9th position now. These two running a fair bit from the back, but they did pit in very early. I'm not sure if that was to contend with possible damage from incident or if they both just using it as the strategy, get that mandatory pit out of the road and then climb your way through. It worked well recently for Mick, doing that same strategy, pitting it straight up. We've seen it used a couple of times before. We've got Philly and Pretender battling it out, position 5. Philly's wearing a post-race time penalty. Joe's chase of Coco still continuing. These guys pulling away from position 3. Gallant now nearly 5.5 seconds away from these two. Pace, it might be up to Tyjo to try and break this win streak for Coco. Can he be able to do it? Looks like an error made from the head farmer. That lap was a 1:34. Now got DK closing in on his tail. Billy seems to be pulling away from Pretender a tad now. Bobby currently in 8th. perfectly positioned to be in at the moment. He has a 10-second gap behind him. And a bit of open track ahead. DK's 8 seconds away from him. He can really try and get in the zone. Potentially driving out there on his own. No one in the mirror. No one in front. So you just get those perfect lines. And start to see that gap close in on DK. A bit wide for DK, just saved the car like a little bit higher pace and maybe a little shallow on the entry. Pretender's got around Philly, looks like he's made an error. He's dropped back into 5th position. And that's now allowed Head Farmer and DK to quickly close in. There was a fair bit of a gap between them. Oh, he's had it off again. He's going to drop a heap of pace going up the hill. Head Farmer's going to have great opportunity, but he's going to get caught by the time he gets to the corkscrew. Joe coming into the pits now. We're at lap 8. We're just shy of halfway. We also have Philly in pits. Head Farmer makes his way as well. It's one of the last stalls too, by the looks of it. Packer Dog now not having any pressure from Tyjo. Could be a perfect opportunity for Coco to really focus on pushing out that gap now. His lap times was dropping off a little bit. Seeing Tyjo in the mirror. Really, Head Farmer both having pit, they are racing for position. Nick Cliff just up ahead. Nick now in 7th. Seeing him pit in those first few laps. Lee runs off and the Head Farmer almost followed suit. Can easily be done when you get that object fixation up ahead. The car runs off wide, you can easily just follow that same line. Tyjo, after pitting, comes out of 5th position. He's 27.5 seconds away from Coco. Going in 2nd place. Dropping away from Coco. Coco's getting nearly a second quicker per lap. Kender in P3. Closing in on DK. A little bit loose on the exit. Looks like he may have actually taken some damage. That front's a tad buckled. 16 seconds added for the pit stop. He's currently only 28 seconds away from Coco. That may have happened after his pit. May have actually taken some damage. We're on lap 12 of 19, 7 laps remain. Coco slightly wide. It's pushed out that lead to 9 seconds. Going, getting a nice gap between himself and P3. He's got 13 seconds between himself and Pretender. Lap 12. Standing at the moment, we've got Billy in position 10. Let's now put him a lap behind to that extra pit stop. Pretzelator in 9th. Tenders are now just gone into the pits. Pet Farmer in 8th. Cliff in 7th. Doggy Daddy in 6th. Tender just finishing in the pits. He's in P5. Taijo's just passed DK. Well, DK's gone off. I'm not sure if there'd been contact between the two or if it was an error by DK costing him the position. Taijo in 3rd. Gallon in 2nd place. Now, championship leader is Coco and leading the race for round 4. Got a 10-second lead. 5 laps to go. Both P1 and P2 do need to serve the mandatory pit requirement. The next driver that has actually served that is Taijo, and he's nearly 30 seconds away from the lead. Okay, pitting now. Farmers catching up to McCliff. Now Ferrari chase down and get around the Bentley. Doggy's just been in and pit. Oh, drivers having met pit requirement set for Gallon and Coco Dog. Coco's got sufficient time to be able to head in and pit, come back out in the lead. Only 4 laps to go. He's just got to keep it clean and consistent. And he's probably going to secure another win. Yeah, that's right. You did call the battle for 4th. Team Pretender Mick and Head Farmer. And there they are, 4, 5 and 6. Closing in, Head Farmer 2 seconds away from Mick. And then there are only another 5 seconds to go to Pretender. Post-race time penalty given to Tyjo. He's wearing a 3-second penalty. There's a 2-second penalty for Philly. As it stands currently, those time penalties won't affect position. Tyjo's got 16 seconds up his sleeve between himself and Pretender. Okay, now on lap 16. Looks like he's on approach to Philly. Who is that actually? Like a dark skyline from the back. That's Pretzel's skyline. Okay, now coming up to lap position 8. Dropping back from Coco still. Also off pace compared to Tyjo, and he will need to pit. He's only got 19 seconds different at this stage. There's a few seconds up his sleeve with the time penalty from Tyjo. But it could be risky if he goes into the pits and comes out behind Tyjo. Tyjo may easily be able to pull away. That Porsche seems to be carrying a huge amount of pace. Tyjo looking pretty secure for a good spot on the podium. Farmer starting to close that gap in on Mick again. And they have closed in on Pretender a tad more. It's now only another second difference. We're 5 seconds away. They've now brought that down to 1 second. With Mick, but he's got Head Farmer quickly closing in. Pretzel catching up to DK. These two also have Coco Dog coming up, so the blue flag will be shown. Coco's going to need to get through, not get held up. Oh, big off for DK. That's Coco through. So loses a spot to Pretzel. Nice easy move up for Pretzel. And he doesn't have to be too worried about trying to battle for position while abiding by the blue flag to let Coco through. And then goes Coco to pit. It's lap 18. Means we need to see Gallen also come in. This will be where it gets very interesting. Is there enough time for Taijo to try and get ahead of Gallen? If he does, he needs to really power down over this lap because he's got the 3-second penalty applied to him. Gallen's on his journey out. He can put the foot down now. He's going to be side by side down pit exit. But he's got a lot shorter way through the corner. Oh, he's trying to race him through it, but he slightly went off. Gallen's mission now is just to try and stay on the tail of Taijo and let that time penalty be able to take the position away. They're both fine for a podium. Can Gallen take P2 back? Coco Dog still managed to keep that 10-second gap. As long as he doesn't make any big mistakes on his final lap, he's going to take the win. That'll be 4 wins from 4 rounds. He's had a solid drive this series. Already flashing the lights. And another win for Coco. Solid drive in the Mercedes. Congratulations. There's Gallen still away position 2. He does. Moves back up into second from the weight of the post-race time penalty. So he kept within that gap. Taijo takes third. There's Philly doing some burnouts. Pretender coming up in 4th position. The head farmer managed to get around Mick Cliff, so he takes 5th position. He crosses in 6th. A couple more corners for Pretzel. DK a couple of seconds behind. Well, Neil got a little bit sketchy on that final corner. Takes 7th. DK in 8th. It's 30 seconds to be able to get last laps done. I think Doggy's already crossed the line. I don't know if it's an AI doing it. It's just Philly doing some burnouts. And that's AI trying to get around him there. There he goes, he's nailing this burnout now. This is what he was trying to get achieved in the qualifying. And what a race we have for Division 1 Round 4. Coco Dog takes the win, and he doesn't get the clean sweep though. It's Taijo that's taken the fastest lap bonus points, so 1:22.743. That is a phenomenal lap that's been done by Taijo in the Porsche. We have Coco take the win for round 4. On the podium in position 2 is Gallen at 350, and then in 3rd is Taijo 12.12. The rest of the standings we have is the Pretender, the Head Farmer, Mick Cliff, Pretzelnator, DK Rush, Doggy Daddy, and Philly Manilli. And we will be having Coco, Gallen, and Taijo jump in a sec. They'll be joining us in a moment. If you want to relay any messages through the chat, I can pass it on to the drivers as well. Yeah, they are joining now. Congratulations, guys. Great race. That's 4 consecutive wins, Coco.
Yeah, thanks, JT. I wasn't expecting it tonight. Just like hoping for the best, maybe a third or a fourth, but yeah, pulled through somehow.
Yeah, well done. And then almost a clean sweep. Taijo sneaking in with the fastest lap too.
Yep, congrats, Taijo.
Yeah,
that was really
awesome
good.
lap, Taijo. 122.
Yep, thank you. That was very hard to keep it on the track, considering the handling of the Porsche. But I guess that first win for the car will have to wait someday, next round maybe, hopefully.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was holding on well. You're sitting on the tail of Coco for a good portion of it, making him work for it.
Until I lost it in the outlap.
Yeah, and what so Sami's asking what happened with damage to your car. So after you pit, it looked like you had some front end damage.
Yeah, just front end. Yeah, 5 points in the front. So nothing too major, except those. I kept having understeer on exit, but yeah, all good.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, congratulations on the podium finishing and then crossing the line in second, but that 3-second penalty getting you. Yeah, so congrats, Gallant. He managed to be able to sit on his tail right to the end there. He got you through pits, saw you trying to put the boot down coming out of the pit exit as he was coming around the corner trying to get into it, but he managed to hold on and take that second in the end.
Yeah, it's just lucky Taijo had the time second penalty and just tried to keep it within that because he was certainly quick and it was good racing, nice clean open, and Doggy done good getting out of the way and letting me through, which was awesome. And big congratulations to Coco. That was an awesome drive, mate.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Hats off you. You're steering that Merc awesomely.
I'm trying.
even with a lack of time, you said.
No, I had heaps of time. That was just a joke. I was practicing.
He's trying to make everyone feel a little bit better, eh?
Yeah. No one needs to practice this week.
I haven't practiced though.
Well done, Coco and Taijo. It's good to see you not having internet dramas as much. I've seen you in and out in the lobby, and it was like, come on, stay in, and got that Porsche right up there. I just want to thank Balaki and Steph for helping me with the tuning on the car. Guys did awesome, and the car felt great.
Yeah, thanks guys. It was really good racing with this. Thanks, JT.
Yeah, no worries. Congratulations and good luck with the final round next week at Circuit of the Americas.
Sounds good.
Gallon 350 might be absent for that one, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Date night with the missus.
Oh, look out.
You know what's more important.
No comment.
This is being recorded, Taijo. You're setting a trap for him.
She knows I watch the stream when I finish from down here and I come to bed.
Yeah, and Balaki says you're welcome, Gary.
No worries, Colin. Good drive, mate. Well done. Keep that championship.
So shout out to Mark and NZ Jack who couldn't be here tonight. Mark from Div 2, so yeah, shout out to them. Hello guys.
Yeah. And shout out to Az, because he obviously helped me again this week. And somehow got me working around there. I don't know, you should have had me by all rights. He's a whiz. He's a bloody whiz, so thanks, Az.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yep.
Well done.
Fantastic
well done again.
job on the car. Yep, congratulations, guys.
See when I see yous.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
There we have our podium finishes. Coco taking the win with Gallen in position 2 and Taijo in position 3. And then we are heading into the final round next week. So we have Circuit of the Americas to finish us off for the GT3 Challenge. So it's going to be fantastic seeing these guys in both divisions burn it around Dakota in their cars. So do hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. So we've also got the final round of the GT3 Championship on iRacing for Monday night. So we didn't get to stream that one live on Monday just gone. We did record it though, and it has been put up, so you can check that out on the videos section of our Twitch, or head over to our YouTube and check that out. So do hit that follow button so you can be notified when we go live with those final rounds next week. It's going to be some exciting stuff to see, and it'll be a great way to finish up the GT3 series with both of them running at Circuit of the Americas. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you trackside next time.